pigs. On a summer morning, 3 little pigs were frolicking on the edge of the forest. They jumped through puddles and sang so carefreely as if summer would never end. But as the evenings grew colder, they started to shiver, and the youngest pig suggested building a sturdy, warm house. The thought of stopping their games upset the other 2 brothers so much that they decided to postpone construction. Only when the cold became unbearable did our story truly begin. The eldest pig was in such a hurry to return to playing that he built not a house, but a tiny hut made of straw. I will build a house so bright, where I'll dance from left to right, jump and play without a care, have my fun, and never despair. The middle pig initially wanted to build a straw house too, but feared he would freeze in winter, so he made a hut out of sturdy branches. Seeing that his older brother's house was ready and that he was already basking in the sun, he hurried and simply covered the top with leaves and moss. Then he cheerfully sang, "Summer's over, but that's fine. Cold and frost will not be mine. Winter comes, but I won't weep. Time to play before I sleep." The youngest pig was the most responsible. As the cold approached, he had no time for games. He wanted to build a strong, beautiful house, complete with a warm fireplace. Work was in full swing. Building a stone house wasn't easy, especially without help. Days passed and the house grew. Soon even the roof was finished, with a cozy bed of straw and bright yellow leaves. The happy pig was so pleased with his sturdy home that he even composed a song. "I built my home, I took my time. Now it's safe and feels so fine. There's no fear and no distress. Living here is happiness." No sooner had the first snowflake touched the ground than a gloomy wolf appeared on the outskirts of the now cold and damp forest. He hadn't eaten for days and was terribly hungry. Spotting the 3 houses on the edge of the woods, he smirked and thought, "Oh, these foolish little piglets! Your pitiful huts won't save you, and I will finally have a feast." With that, the wolf ran to the first tiny straw hut. Without hesitation, he growled so loudly that a few strands of straw immediately blew away from the roof. "Little pig, open the door this instant!" But the brave little pig refused. The wolf grew furious and huffed and puffed with all his might until the hut scattered in all directions. The piglet barely had time to gasp in shock before dashing off to his middle brother's house, with the wolf hot on his heels. "Open up, piglets! You can't hide from me!" The 2 brothers trembled with fear, not knowing what to do. The wolf barely started blowing on the stick house when the frightened pigs bolted out and ran as fast as they could to their youngest brother's home, their little hooves flashing. The youngest pig, of course, let them in and bolted the heavy door behind them. Even though they hadn't helped him build his house, they were still his brothers, and he loved them dearly. The wolf didn't keep them waiting. Peeking through the window and spotting all 3 pigs inside, he grinned greedily. "Tonight, I shall not go hungry." But no matter how hard he huffed and puffed, or how fiercely he pounded on the door, the house stood firm. Frustrated, the wolf climbed onto the roof and down the chimney. Eager to devour the piglets, he slid down, straight into a boiling pot. The youngest pig had just been preparing dinner. With a yelp, the scalded wolf shot back up the chimney and out into the cold. Defeated and still hungry, he tucked his tail between his legs and ran off into the forest. And the 3 little pigs spent the whole winter safe and warm in their cozy home. 3 little pigs, always together through troubles and tricks. No storm or cold, no wolf or blight can break their bond. It shines so bright.